guys, how you doing? Gabe will lose it here, and we're off for part 3. And I just want to do a little pause here and say thank you to all of you for following my compositions and wanting to learn them. I can only do as much as offer the lessons, and a thank you. So the second part that I'm going to show will be the so on and so on, but I want to wait a little bit and just go as fast a review of the previous lesson with a slight different rhythm strumming. I know you guys like this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, we're not going to learn anything new with the strumming. It's going to be the techniques we've learned on the previous video, so if you learn those ones you won't have any problems, but we're just going to change the order we put them so it sounds a little bit more upbeat for the second time around we're going to play it. So I'm just going to go very fast, the little differences. Get your A minor, but this time go for the bass. And we stop the strings. And then we go on the G there. We've learned that again on the previous video. Together, thumb, up, down, change. Which in the previous video we were just changing straight away. Here we're gonna go. So after we do the little stuck up there on the G, we go on the F and we apply the 1, 2, 3, 4 that we did in the previous video, and then we have that little heart technique. So and then we do the next falsetto. Like before, to the F major. Here we're going to keep the same pattern as we did in the previous video, and then we do the next falsetto, and we're ready to go for the second love. Now there we go on the first fret on the second string, and we slide on the 3rd fret and right back up. We've done the similar falsetto as before, and then we lift an open 2nd string, and then you want to place your ring finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and your middle finger, your badass finger, on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, the last bass here. Makes a weird sound there. And then move both up 1 string and get an A minor. That's how we get that extra sound. So we have that little falsetto, and we put our thumb on the middle string and our badass finger of the right hand on the 3rd string, so we get that note. And then we execute the same technique pattern where after we pick, we go thumb, index, index. Then we change to the A minor. And then here on the A minor I do the golpe pattern, so don't worry about the right hand. If you learned everything from the second video, it's just the same with different order. Shape and mute with your pinky on the E minor. And then we're going to do the same slide, shape an A minor and middle bass with the 3rd string, and then we lift up the ring finger and we have an A minor 7. place the pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and we lift for the single. So we do a triple. So that gives a little of a runny melody within the rhythm. I'll play one more time the second part. You can think it of us every time you press, you do the triple. Every time you don't press, you do the golpe play. And then we go back to the first. But this time I don't mute the strings the second time around, so they ring within the next falsetta. Like as before, we lifted up the ring finger so to an A minor 7, but this time instead of putting the pinky down now to do the, we're just gonna put down not the pinky but the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the middle string. So that's gonna be a C major chord to do the half a harp, and then we're gonna put down the pinky, and this time we're gonna think reverse. Every time we put the pinky down, we do the index golpe. I call it index because we play with the index, but we hit with the thumb. We lift, and we do the roll now when we lift, and then we press down again and we do the index golpe with the thumb, and we mute the strings. I'll try to play it through a little bit from the beginning, and you guys try to follow along or pause the video. It's my own little composition, so it was very hard breaking down in my head. I hope it makes sense until now, but I think if you studied on the second video, you'll have a quite ease on it. So the next falsetta. Here it's not hard to do, but you gotta keep a very fast eye moving up and down. We slide from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret, back to the 1st, and then we slide again to the 3rd, and we plug that from the 3rd and we slide all the way to the 8th. Then up 1 fret to the 7, up 1 fret, 2 frets, excuse me, to the 5th, and it gives that nice little slide there. And right when you're coming there, before you hear your slide ending, you want to also shape the A minor. It's not, because then you have a double sound there. So the pattern here is just like as before, where we just start playing, lift the ring finger to an A7, roll when you put down the pinky, play the single with the thumb when you lift. But now we're going to do the quadruple harp, which is the middle finger, the index, and you hit the strings as you come back with the middle, hit the strings as you come back with the index, and so gives a little bit of a sound, different sound. And then to finish it off, just like as in the first time, we'll put under the E minor. If some of you know what kind of chord this is, you guys can type it in, because I don't. I just press where it sounds good. it might sound boring by itself here, just playing just this one continuously and not the roll. Now in the part where I played the composition, where I play it full through in the first video, I play it with a roll, but I'm gonna change that because the roll doesn't suggest ending. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like it. I'm sure I haven't lost anybody with this lesson. I'm sorry it's taking a few days to do the lesson every time because it's quite large pieces and I'm thinking how to decipher them, make them as easy as possible. Thank you for all your support. You guys better know it. If I'm moving forward, it's because of all of you and your comments and your love, your support, or buying the ebook that I am offering. Hint, hint. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll prepare the next part, which is the third love, which is the most calming and soothing. And take care. God bless. See you on the next video.